Yeah. Got a show for y'all. Got a damn good show. Check this out. They talking about the next presidential candidate. Oh, really? Yeah. Man, let's get to the show. But before we get to today's video, don't forget we got a new giveaway. Ram Diesel 2500 Turbo 10 grand in cash. All you got to do to get in it is go to my website, officialhardtwins.com, buy something on my site, my coffee, Mifflin Blue, and get in it. Yeah. Get your arm out the way. Here we go.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett was asked about the future of the Democratic leadership during an interview on the Sirius XM
Sound like she been screaming.
show Urban View. And she thinks they could try to play it safe again. Take a look.
It is this fear that the people within the party, within the primary system, will have about voting for a woman because every time we voted for a woman, we've lost so far.
Well, you got the popular vote with, what's her face? Yeah, Hillary? Yeah, you won a popular vote. You can win with a woman. Y'all just picked the wrong woman. Yeah, y'all pick horrible women.
And I think that that's a natural.
But do they pick horrible women or do they have no women? They all suck. Yeah, all your women suck. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the real problem. Y'all keep trying to call America sexist. We're not.
Fear because we just want to win. So there's a lot of people that are like, you know what? Like, let's go find the safest white boy we can find. When we talk about them, I can tell you that there is one specific candidate. I had a donor on the phones with me telling me that all the donors are lining up behind that candidate.
Who is it? Oh, I think it's
Just because he's white doesn't make he's safe. What's safe? A moderate? That's safe. A moderate is safe. You can pick a white man in a dress. Is that safe? Probably to the Democrats, he's probably safe. Yeah, a moderate, whether he's white, black, that's safe. But that party is pro-illegal immigration, pro-ruining women's sports and women's spaces.
Yeah,
Y'all will never win another election ever again. You won't. So long as they stay progressive, they won't.
J.B. Pritzker, but I could be wrong.
Pritzker?
He's Illinois governor. He's a billionaire. He's Midwest. He's got the profile. Wouldn't be a controversial.
I'm Governor Wes Moore all the way.
Wes Moore is a very good idea.
And if you don't know who he is, you should learn, because to me, he's the most qualified, amazing candidate I've seen in my lifetime.
So
This dude is a carbon cutout of Obama when he speaks. And he is woke. Yeah. He's not safe as well. He, what did he do? He's a professional gaslighter, too. Yeah, Governor Moore signs executive order to protect gender-affirming healthcare in Maryland. He's woke. Yeah. He's progressive. He is not safe. Yeah. What that bill, he said he's putting an executive order for gender-affirming care. Is that for kids? Yeah, gender-affirming care. That's nuts. They're posting that on kids. Yeah.
He will be president.
So you agree?
Yeah, so she hasn't learned from this past election. These people are too left. Yeah. I don't care how clean, how well spoken he is. He's too left.
With Crockett,
He's black.
That you can't have a woman.
You can't have a woman.
It's about a woman.
Well, but the thing is that I don't look at people first by the woman, a black man, a gay person, this. I look at the best candidate, and then they happen to have all these other things they bring.
You may be a little different from most of the.
Yeah, okay. She doesn't see color, Kevin. Yeah, you see color. That's why you picked him. He's a DEI hire.
Country.
I
don't know. I would say that we got to stop telling the American public what they're ready for.
We've elected a black man before. We lost twice when women ran.
Yeah.
I mean,
but is there no distinguishing factors to each woman and why they might have lost? Is there no nuance?
Hillary Clinton was one of the most qualified candidates in presidential.
She carried a lot of Clinton baggage.
She got the popular vote, but that electoral college saved us. A woman can win the presidency. Yeah. Just y'all, that was I could have won either way that election with Trump and her, but luckily Trump won. But that was a close election. That was a close election. That Kamala election, that was crazy. Yeah.
But she was polarized.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sorry.
Because to a failed game show host.
Yes.
Okay?
I love
cherry picking at its finest. They undermine everything Trump has done. Successful businessman. His kids, his entire family is successful. Look at Joe Biden and look at his kids and his family. Trump's got the picture perfect family.
I voted for her, but the number one thing I heard from people that didn't like her was there was this mystery around the Clinton baggage they took. I just don't trust her.
They weaponized her husband against Hillary Clinton, and the bottom
They did all
line
those
is,
things.
This country is a misogynistic country, and this country is a country that, out of all of the first world countries, hasn't been able to elect a female president. That's just factual.
Okay, listen. Sexism, racism absolutely exists. It absolutely is a factor in elections. It is not the determinative factor in the 2024 election. And I disagreed strongly with President Biden when he basically blamed that on why Kamala Harris lost. She outperformed Joe Biden when he was in the race. The numbers went up. The fundraising went up. She had a short window to run. And I think all the data that we have when you see why she lost the battleground states, it is not because a bunch of racist Democrats didn't turn out for her. That's not why.
Yeah, sexism works on both ways. Look at all those black women that ran to the polls just because Kamala was cosplaying as a black woman. Yeah, you don't know how many of the people, my liberal colleagues, that ran to the polls because they wanted a woman president, wanted a black woman. Yeah. Like only men are sexist. I think women are even more sexist. They're the worst. They are the absolute worst. Y'all are so sexist, y'all willing to give up your spaces to men, pretending to be women.
I just want to point something out. It's very important that when we're talking, that you all understand why we talk from a color place, because that's how we're judged. That's how we're seen.
Yeah.
And so it's...
No, you're not. I don't think that's true. Well, a lot of people have a bias towards black people because of black fatigue. Because, man, we get away with everything. That black card is turned into something that's just so self-destructive to the mindset of the black community. They use it for everything. Yeah. Look at the Carmelo Anthony thing. They're sticking behind him for what he did at the track. Look at the guy who murdered that, unallowed that cop while he was doing crosswalking duties for children. Yeah, he was working as a crosswalking guard for children crossing the street, and a black man took his life because his son decided to get in a car with a bunch of thugs and run from the cops while carrying a pistol. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, people do see color, especially when it's black. And why is that? Yeah. These stereotypes are not just given to people, it's earned. Yeah. And stop saying only white people do that. Black people do that. Yeah. Y'all do that. Every day. Y'all act like only racist white people do that. Everybody does that. Yeah. Across the world. Yeah.
Very important for people to understand that. And listen, you're all smart people. You're all smart people. You know, you cannot ask people to run, and if they're running because they want to make sure gay and straight people have the same rights, that women have the same rights as a man in this country. These can't be weaponized as wokeism. These are not, you can't say, not you, but you can't say, oh, you lost because y'all were woke. You were trying to protect gay folks. Because gay folks are just as much a part of this country. And if we're not protecting them, and we've heard the other side say, there's something wrong with what they're doing, and somebody's got to protect them. And
what are you talking about? Yeah, the rights you giving gay people it's extra rights, it's preferential treatment. Y'all allowing men to behave as in women's spaces, taking women's spaces away from them. Their sports. Women opportunities. These people even winning Woman of the Year. Yeah, we all have rights, whether you're white, black, gay. We all have the same rights. The problem is the Democrat Party, y'all just trying to push this preferential treatment for certain groups of people. Yeah. And the American people spoke in this last election. We're tired of this stuff. Yeah. And y'all doubling down on this. Y'all pushing gender affirming care for minors, prepubescent and kids. That's not equal rights. That's sick.
So somebody has to stand up. It was us. We lost. We know it. I don't know why she lost, because she was qualified.
She sucks. The Biden presidency sucks. She came on your show and they asked her, what would you do different? That was a golden opportunity to say, hey, I would have shut down that border quicker. Yeah. I wouldn't have let men go in women's sports. Man, but that's the thing. If she'd have did that, she would have won. Yeah. But that's the thing with the Democrat Party. Being safe is having somebody that's running for the president that's a moderate, right? But that's the thing. the constituency of the Democrat Party will not support that. Too progressive. What the Democrat Party did over the last 10, 12 years, they engaged the idiots of society to vote for them.
Started with Obama.
Yeah. Y'all went after the stupid people to get them to vote for you. Now you got a bunch of stupid people vote for y'all, and now y'all have to stick to all this progressive nonsense, or they're not going to support you. Yeah. The liberal voter is voting Republican now. They have no say in the Democrat Party. The only way we're going to lose the next few elections for presidents as a Republican, we got to do something horribly wrong.
Like bring back Jim Crow or something. Trump's got to come out in a Klan outfit. That's the only way we lose.
That's the only way. And it's still going to be a tight race.
Yeah.
What else these people got to say?
Doesn't matter, because all that really matters now is what we're dealing with right now.
But there is a reality to the situation that we have experienced.
What are they clapping for? That was complete nonsense.
Somebody held up a sign and said, applause now.
Yep.
In the past, 10 years?
Yes.
You know, we have experienced the reality that these women can't get elected.
To win.
You have to acknowledge that it's certainly there that certain
part of
people
it.
cannot
I put it all on
look
that.
to a woman.
Y'all just picked the wrong woman. Y'all came
Much
close to
a
Hillary.
part of this
Yeah.
country.
But a woman can become president.
Yeah, in this country? Oh, yeah, definitely.
But she's got to be just like Trump. She's got to be blunt and to the point and no nonsense.
She's got to be a moderate.
Yeah. Look how ridiculous Kamala Harris was as a candidate. She couldn't even answer questions. Her interview sucked, and she still got almost half of the population of America
To vote for, yeah.
Yeah.
They could still win, but it's got to be a moderate.
Yeah. They said playing safe is choosing a white guy. That's not playing it safe. You got to choose a moderate. That's playing it safe.
Yeah. If y'all had it don't even matter, Kevin.
Yeah.
Y'all could bring back old school Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
That was a typical liberal.
Yeah.
He was
But he won't get nominated.
He won't get nominated.
Bill Clinton is too far right.
Yeah, you people are screwed. You did it to yourself.
Yeah, you made your bed, now you got to lie in it.
Yeah.